Okay, Hare Krishna. Yeah, anyone knows the age difference between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Advaita Acharya?
Mataji, 32 years.
Not 32, 52. Right? 52 years. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, Advaita Acharya was already 52 years old. You can see over here, no? How old Advaita Acharya is calling Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to appear. He was doing puja for Saligram Shila with Tulsi and Ganga Jal, and he was requesting Krishna to come back to earth, right? To deliver all the fallen souls. And he was already 52 years old, right? So, yeah, so this is what we sing no every day in Darshanarti. Daya karo Sita Pate Advaita Gosai, Tava Kripa Bale Pai Chaitanya Nitai. Without Advaita Acharya's mercy, it's impossible to get Nityananda Prabhu's mercy or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. It's impossible. So we have to go step by step, right? And very, very important. And yeah, this we already know. So anyone knows Advaita Acharya had, what is Advaita Acharya's wife's name? It's there on the screen.
Sita.
And he had two wives.
Sridevi Mata.
Devi, yeah, very nice. Right, so we will go through the, in detail pastime. So he was born in Sylhet. Right now it is in Bangladesh. That time, those days, it was Bangladesh was included in India, no? So it was all together, but now and later now after division, it's gone there. It's called Sylhet, and he was the son of Kubera Pandita and Nabha Devi. So who is Kubera Pandita? It's given that Kubera Pandita was Sakshat Kubera himself, and Kubera is actually a devotee of Shiva, right? So because Advaita Acharya is also having that characteristics of Sadashiva, he's the combined incarnation, right? That's why Lord Kubera was given, the demigod Kubera was given a chance to serve as the father of his deity, the worshipable deity Shiva. Right, so that is the reason Lord Kubera was selected for this role, and he came down as Kubera Pandita, and yeah, and then his mother was Nabha Devi. Okay, so from Sylhet, after he got married and everything, he settled in Shantipur. Okay, near, yeah, it's given over here. He was born in 1434 in Navagram. Okay, and he was born in Navagram, but his childhood was in Sylhet, right? And then they moved. All of them moved as a family to Shantipur. That's where he got married and he got settled. And Advaita Acharya was a Brahmin. He was a Vaishnava, and he was a very well-to-do. I mean, he was from a very well-to-do family, financially very nice, right? And that's why we all know, no, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, Sita Thakurani came with so many gifts, jewelry and sweets and etc., etc. So much of gifts she bought to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right, when he was born. They were financially very well to do. And then Advaita Acharya, actually, you know what, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, it seems that he was not drinking his mother's milk. Anyone knows why? Why he was not drinking his mother's milk? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came down as a devotee, no? So he cannot have anything other than prasadam, right? Because his mother's breast milk was not prasadam, so he did not have only. Then Advaita Acharya came and told, you know what? He will not drink your milk if you don't get initiated. You have to chant Hare Krishna, you have to get initiated, and only then he will drink your milk. So then Advaita Acharya initiated both Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's parents. So Advaita Acharya actually became their Diksha Guru, their Guru. And then after initiation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started to drink milk, it seems. Can you imagine? Right? So even from such a young baby age, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached what is Vaishnavism, how a devotee should behave. No, so Advaita Acharya became the Diksha Guru of both Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra, and Advaita Acharya also became the Guru of whom? Vishwaroop, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's elder brother Vishwaroop also. And yeah, so that is something we have to note. And also Advaita Acharya used to get very angry. Very often he used to get angry. Why? Anyone knows why he used to get angry?
Mataji, because he is Lord Shiva's,
Yeah.
so that Rudra character comes.
Yeah, because he's Rudra, no? The Rudra characteristics were shown very often. So he used to get angry. So what happened before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, when Advaita Acharya was young, so there was lot of Devi worship happening, Shakti worship. No, Parvati Devi, Durga Devi, and Bengal is known for that actually, right? So much of Devi worship, and he used to be completely against it. And he used to say, no, we should worship only Krishna. Krishna is the only supreme personality of Godhead. We should not worship Shakti, right? And everybody in the village used to ask him to pay obeisances to Devi. And he used to reject outright. I'm not going to pay. Do whatever you want. I'm not going to pay. Rather, I will not allow you also to pay the obeisances, he used to say, it seems. And he used to get that anger in him. He used to show that anger. And once what happened, the idol, no, the Devi idol which they were worshipping broke. Devi came out from it and started to offer obeisances to Advaita Acharya. Why? Why?
Shiva.
Husband. Right. Parvati's husband is Shiva. So she started to offer obeisances to him only. Right. So then everybody was like, oh, we sorry, we didn't know you were so great. We will follow whatever you say. And then that's how he became a great preacher. He used to conduct bhagavatam classes, Bhagavad Gita classes in his house. And he gave Krishna the right knowledge of Krishna to so many people. But he couldn't give Krishna prem at that time, because he was not empowered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu yet. It was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, no? But he could only give the knowledge of Krishna to everybody, right? And that's why his main mission was to abolish this Mayavadism and Devi worship. Right. So here it's given, before the appearance of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, all devotees in Navadvip used to gather in the house of Advaita Acharya, and they used to have satsang with Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. The devotees took pleasure in Krishna Katha, worshipping Krishna and chanting the Lord's names. And Chaitanya's elder brother Vishwarup also regularly used to attend, right? And he got inspired by the scriptures, and he took sannyas. Right, he actually did not, Chaitanya, Advaita Acharya did not ask him to take sannyas. It's actually he himself wanted to decide and take sannyas. Right, and then yeah, these are and then what happened once, yeah, so Advaita Acharya has 6 or 7 sons, and out of which the first son was called Achyutananda. Okay, and he became an instrument in preaching Krishna consciousness, right? And anyone knows what is the Swarupa of Achyutananda? Who was he? He was Lord Kartikeya. Right? So, because Advaita Acharya has Shiva characteristics in him, Kartikeya came down as his first son. Right? And he started to preach Krishna consciousness and became a major instrument in spreading Krishna consciousness in and around Bengal there. Right? And two other sons followed Achyutananda and became devotees spreading Krishna consciousness. But other 4 sons, if I'm not wrong, took sannyas under a Mayavadi sannyasi. Okay, and they followed the path of Mayavadism. So Advaita Acharya, without showing any attachment, completely rejected those sons who followed Mayavadism, and accepted only the 3 sons who helped him preach Krishna consciousness. Right. So from this we need to understand that familial bondage should be limited, and it should be made Krishna conscious. Right. And then Advaita Acharya was used to display mystic powers, especially in his childhood. He used to display a lot of mystic powers, and he used to get all the tirthas for his mother to bathe in. Can you imagine all the tirthas he used to get? Ganga, Yamuna, all in one place. And those tirthas used to just fall on his mother whenever Advaita Acharya's mother wished to take bath in holy rivers. Right, he used to make arrangements for all the holy rivers to come in one place, and they would just splash water on her. Can you imagine? Right. And then yeah, also when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended, after he grew up and he started to give Krishna prem, right? He wanted to start the mission. he called Advaita Acharya once and said, you know, I am the Lord, I have come, you come with all the paraphernalia to worship me. Then Advaita Acharya was like, is it? You are the Lord. What is the guarantee you are the Lord? Right? He knows very well Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Lord. He is the one who called him. But still, you know, to prove to the world, we should not accept anybody as God, you know, without proof. No? And what is the proof? That's why Mahaprakash Leela happened. In Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada also writes, if you want to accept someone to be God, they should show their universal form. No? And then when Advaita Acharya met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, if you are really God, you show me your universal form, Vishwaroop, right? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed his Vishwaroop to Advaita Acharya, the form, exactly the form that Arjuna saw on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, right? And nobody was there. It was a confidential pastime only between Advaita Acharya and and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then Advaita Acharya fell to the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, you know, I'm so happy to see you and everything. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so pleased and said, okay, you can ask me for a boon. Okay. And Advaita Acharya asks for a boon. Anyone knows what is that boon he asks for? Think. And this became the start of the mission. Advaita Acharya asks, you know, you need to give Krishna Prem to everybody, but there are exceptions. You should not give to people who are proud and atheistic, right? And who do not believe in the supremacy of the Lord, right? And these were the exceptional cases Advaita Acharya made. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agreed and he said, yes, I will give Krishna Prem to everybody, ladies, kids, everybody without discrimination. But in case they do not accept it because of their pride or attachments and etc., see, we cannot help. Sunlight is available for everybody. But if you go lock yourself in one room, in one cave, put blanket on and turn off all the, close all the doors, windows, everything, how will the sunlight come and fall on you? Right? So that was the condition. Advaita Acharya said, if they are closing the doors, they are not accepting, leave it. But everybody should get Krishna Prem, right? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, generously said yes, and that was the start, that was the beginning. And one of the first branches of Chaitanya's mission was led by Advaita Acharya. And the other branch was led by Nityananda Prabhu. So these two are considered principal branches. And Advaita Acharya's son Achyutananda took it forward, and the mission continued. Right? And one more thing, this is very important. I'll end with this. Advaita Acharya was very, very senior, no, to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of 52 years, so almost like a father. No, so what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to do, always he used to pay respects to Advaita Acharya, right? For touching his feet, considering like his father, and so much of reverence and everything. So Advaita Acharya used to not like it because he is a devotee, no? He's Lord Shiva. So he wanted that devotee, servant kind of bhav. No, I should serve him. Rather, looks like he is only serving me. I don't want that. So what he did, he went and started to preach Mayavadism. Can you imagine? Once what happened? He's gathered everybody and he started to preach Mayavadism to everybody. He said, you know what? Jnana Yoga is the highest. You have to first get knowledge, then only you do bhakti. Bhakti is not necessary, not compulsory, etc., etc. He started to teach, and the news spread. It reached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came running, and you know what he did? He just held Advaita Acharya with his beard. By his beard, he pulled him down the Vyasasan, pushed him to the ground, started to beat him up. And then Advaita Acharya was laughing. He was like, this is what I wanted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to do to me. This is how I wanted him to treat me. I'm a servant. I'm just a mere servant, right? And now I'm happy, right? And then after some time, both of them cooled down and they went and had prasadam together, right? So yeah, so this is beautiful. And so Advaita Acharya lived for 125 years. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went back home, right? I mean, went back, finished his pastimes 48 years, right? And then Even Haridas Thakur left his body even before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, but Advaita Acharya came before him, continued to stay even after him, right? For 125 years he stayed. Okay. So yeah, these were few facts I wanted to share. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Chitra Mataji.
Hari Bol, thank you
A lot
so
of your
much,
time.
Mataji. No, it's hearing glorification of Advaita Acharya is so wonderful. That too, you explain with so much bhava. I think all of us went to Shantipur. I have a feeling. We all were in Shantipur, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for that, Mataji. Hari Bol. Yes, I welcome all once again for the short Bhagavatam. I am very, very grateful to Radhika Mataji once again for giving me a chance to serve all Vaishnavas like you. So I humbly pay my obeisances. Pray for me, all of you. Right words at the right mood, spirit. According to Srila Prabhupada's mission, I should be in a position to. We all will participate in this Leela. It's nothing. I am going to tell something new to, nothing like that. You all are already, very well, progress in Bhakti. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, are you able to see the screen? Today we are having 1.2.4, the very, very, very famous, very important verse which we recite every day. Right? Every day before reciting, before starting our Bhagavatam class, every day we recite, right? So, shall I request every one of you recite this together, such a wonderful verse? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yes, dear devotees, we all can recite together. Narayanam Namaskrityam, Naram Chaiva Narottamam, Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirage. One more time. I think all could not, but try. Even in mute, you can say no problem. If you are unmuting also, very good, excellent. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirage. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear devotees. Who wants to read? Yeah, Arya Mataji's hand is up already. Yes, Arya Mataji, go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraya.
Continue with the translation also, Mataji. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Yes, Mataji, continue.
Translation. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayana, Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Can anyone wants to go for the purport? Hare Krishna, then we will start. Purport. Who wants to read the purport?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, please go ahead, Mataji.
All the Vedic literatures and the Puranas are meant for conquering the darkest region of material existence. The living being is in the state of forgetfulness of his relation with God due to his overly attracted to material sense gratification from time immemorial. His struggle for existence in the material world is it is not possible for him to get out of it by making plans. If he at all wants to conquer this perpetual struggle for existence, he must re-establish his eternal relation with God. And one who wants to adopt such remedial measures must take shelter of literature such as the Vedas and the Puranas. Foolish people say that the Puranas have no connection with the Vedas. However, the Puranas are supplementary explanations of the Vedas intended for different types of men. All men are not equal. There are men who are conducted by the mode of goodness, others who are under the mode of passion, and others who are under the modes of ignorance. The Puranas are so divided that any class of men can take advantage of them and gradually regain their lost position and get out of the hard struggle for existence. Srila Suta Goswami shows the way of chanting the Puranas. This may be followed by persons who aspire to be preachers of the Vedic um, literatures and the Puranas. Srimad Bhagavatam is the spotless Purana, and it is especially meant for them who desire to get out of the material entanglement permanently. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitanena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadatmi Satatandikam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Naranarayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, goddess of learning, unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, every day we all know, before we start any, for that matter, even Vedas start with Om. Here it is given, Vedas, Puranas, everything. Veda, we have already seen that. Why Puranas are far better than Vedas. Vedas, everybody will not be able to understand Vedas language. But Puranas try to give us in a, nice form, that with the stories, explanation, and people who have lived it. That is more important, correct? So, and one more thing, why this struggle? We all are here. Okay, if at all I ask you all, any one word if you want to pick up from this verse, which one you feel? Because we can take, one class can go for one hour for different words. Correct, because it established the relation with the Lord, last relation between Vedas and Puranas, and how much it is important to pay obeisances to our masters, to our gurus before we start our, classes, or chanting the verses. So, anyone wants to go with for any phrase, any verse which you feel extremely important? Hare Krishna. Okay, then we will go in and interest of time, which is the very means of conquest. But see, we all struggle in this material life for some conquest or the other, right? The living being, every living being is after achieving something or the other, depending on if business people, they want to be the topmost. Once, Srila Prabhupada, but when he wanted to print books in America, he was in Japan. In Japan, he went to a printing press, and the boss was sitting there. He first asked that boss, what is your goal in your life? What did the boss say? He did not speak, he did not reply. He just shuffled the visiting cards, and he took his own visiting card from the shuffle, from the bottom, and kept it at the top. Means what? His objective is to become the topmost business person in this printing business, correct? So everybody, each and every one wants to conquer something or the other. In our daily life itself, if you see, our day starts with something, like maybe depending on the age, sending the kids for school, etc., making prasadam, things like that. Many things we want to conquest, is it not? So the two are you all able to, Hare Krishna, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Hari Bol. Okay, so the main purpose of this Bhagavatam is, which is a very means of conquest. Srimad Bhagavatam is the right means of conquest. Conquest what? That is what is more important. Because materially, that, it is limitless. We cannot conquest everything. So what is first two things we are going to highlight today is what is worth conquering and what is the process, what is the means. See, we all know this Kali Yuga is full of Kale Doshe Nide Rajan. We know that the world is full of darkness, and darkness of what? Darkness of ignorance. In this Kali Yuga, it is not possible for us to, with our own effort, with our own means, whatever, we can't cross over this material ocean, correct? So what is very important, we need to, what is that shloka 1.1.10, anybody knows characteristics of Kali Yuga?
प्रायिणाल्पाल्पसभ्या खलु अस्मिन् युगे जना मन्दसुमन्दमतयोर् मन्दभाग्या उपाहृता.
Hari Bol. So this, thank you, Mataji. So this Kali Yuga, very short life, Mandabhagya, Sumanda, it's very, very dull-headed people, Vipadritaga. Everybody is always in stressful condition, is it not? The divorce rates have been doubled. And the prisons are filled. It is more than the capacity. We all are in this prison, is it not? So, and there are people who see others suffering, but they are apathetic. They see, oh, they are suffering, they ignore and go. There are other kind of people, they are little sympathetic. What do they think? Oh, they all are suffering. How much these people are suffering? You see, thank God I am not one among them. You know, they have sympathy, but they are not suffering. That is there. But these acharyas and the Bhagavatam, Vedavyasa has given us Bhagavatam, isn't it? He is beyond apathy and sympathy. He is so empathetic. He does not, we say, no, Munaya sadhu sarva prishtogam bhavadbir lokamangalam. These munis asked questions to Sutta Goswami, why bhavadbir lokamangalam? So all these acharyas are, they have given us Puranas, Vedas, everything for the benefit of Lokamangalam, for the benefit of others, because they are not only apathetic and sympathetic, they are empathetic. They want to show us the way, they want to show us the means. As I told you, know, divorce have been doubled and depression rate, you see, more than tripled. Prisoners, quarter tripled. Crimes as the topmost, it's higher than ever we are seeing now. So even Einstein, when people asked him, no, what did you learn by so many experiments? What did he say? He said only one thing. He understood that we cannot solve the problems of the world by the same type of thinking which we have already failed. That is what we keep doing, no? In this Kali Yuga, we will take some decision and we will forget that failed. Again, when some other problem comes, we will take the same decision, is it not? So we don't learn. That is why acharyas have come. See, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, again, you know, he went to America, you know. There one reporter asked him, okay, Prabhupada, why have you come to America? Prabhupada said in his mind, you know, to ignite your consciousness in your inner mind. And he asked, okay, why you have come? It was an Indian reporter. He asked, why you have come? He said, for better opportunity. Prabhupada said, yes, I have also come for better opportunity. But you came to give, came here to earn better. You know, you wanted to look for better opportunity to earn more and more. But I have come here to give better opportunity to please, serve people, to guide them and to take them to Krishna, to take them to go. That is why he started with the magazine in America, Go Back to Godhead. His objective was to take every one of us back to him, isn't it? But Prabhupada he also had a mission. He conquered it, correct? His conquest was what? To give Lokamangalam, to give this enlightenment to the entire universe he wanted to give. He wanted everybody to be enlightened. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the way. So, you know, in India, before Srila Prabhupada went, one person asked, oh, Srila Prabhupada, we are going to abroad. Prabhupada said, no, I am not going. See, Bhagavatam is going. I am only holding Bhagavatam in his hand. Bhagavatam is going. That is what, you know, the verse all of you might be knowing. When Krishna left this world, when he went back, what did he give? Krishna Swadamopagato Dharma Jnana Adibhihi Saha. When he went to Dharma, Jnana, everything. Kalaunashte Drishamesho Purano Arko Adhuno Uditaha. Krishna says, you know, like the newly risen sun spreads light. Similarly, this Bhagavatam, even if Krishna has gone, he has given us the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is none other than Krishna himself. Bhagavatam is Krishna, Bhakta Bhagavata and Purana Bhagavata, and the, you know, people who follow, who live Bhagavatam, they are Bhakta Bhagavatas, who preach, they are Bhakta Bhagavatas. And Prabhupada told also, I am taking this Bhagavata to abroad. Why? Tatva Visargo Janataga Viplavo Yasmin Pratishlokam Avadhya Vadhyapi Namanananteste Shunkitanyet Shunvanti Gayanti Grananti Sadavaka. Each and every word Tatva Visargo Janataga Viplavo Yasmin Pratishloka 18,000 shlokas are there. Each and every shloka is in its own way. It glorifies. Shunvanti gayanti grinanti sadhavaga. We can keep on singing, we can keep on chanting, we can keep on hearing, because every shloka is like that. In another verses also there, no, swadu swadu pade pade. Each and every word, each and every akshara in this Bhagavatam, it is swadu swadu. It gives so much of taste to us. Why? It talks about only Krishna. It talks about the glorification, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Correct? So this Bhagavatam is the only means. So what are we seeing? What do we have to conquer? What do we have to conquer? We will come little towards the end. But before that, what is the means to conquer? So Bhagavatam is the only means. It is the only way to conquer. And Bhagavatam, you know, like it removes the ignorance. Bhagavatam, the more we hear, Pravishtakarna Randrena, one verse we say, Shunvatam Swakatam Krishna, Punyashavana Kirtanaha, Kritayantesyaha Abhadrani, Vidunoti Suhritsatam. Krishna enters through hearing, and he himself cleans our heart. You know, Pravishtakarna Randrena Swanam Swaroruham. Dhunauti Shamalam Krishna, Dhona. Dhunauti means dhona, to wash. Krishna enters through the ear hole and he sits in our heart. He cleans our heart with the ring, excel, and brush, everything. He does it for ourselves. How merciful he is. He is only requesting us, here, give importance. Shravanam, Kirtanam, you do only that. Cleaning, cleansing your heart is my responsibility, Krishna says. But still, you know, that how many of us we are able to hear? Even if we hear, is that inquisitive, that with so much of full rapt attention. We all may be thinking, you know, for how many years we have been hearing, why our heart has not been clean? Because we may be lacking that rapt attention. That is very, very important in hearing this. See, all the spiritualists, you know, they have come only for this. Why? Because they are the self-realized souls. Just now, in the previous class, I think Mataji was asking the meaning of Acharya, Acharan, because we have to follow them. Why? Because they have followed their masters. They have come in parampara. So we have to listen, hear through them only, not from anybody else, you know, Mayavadis, etc. That is like, you know, Sarpa Uchishta. It is like that snake's poison. The snake licked the, what is that, milk, which is poison. So hearing Bhagavatam from others is, it is like drinking the poisoned milk by the snake. But we have to listen only through our acharyas. They are Goswamis. And these acharyas, you know, another very beautiful thing I heard, you know, like our Swayam Bhagavan Keshava Maharaj, Swami Maharaj lecture, he was saying acharyas are beyond that level. What they think, you know, my mind is not cleansed. My mind is not purified. My heart is not purified. My mind is not cleansed. I am not free from the sense gratification. Like that they think, you know, that is the beauty of them. That is why, you know, they say that, you know, Tara Madhya Jihvadi Lobamai Sudarmati. The tongue cannot, we can see, stand in front of he says, you stand in front of the mirror and see, and look at your own tongue, your mouth wide open. The tongue cannot stay stable for even for a fraction of a second. That is why it is not twice. Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jihva vegam. It is the taste. Once we are able to control our taste and the speech, then all other things can be, you know, they will fall in its place. It is said, this vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jihva vegam, udara upaste vegam, etan vegan vishaheta dhiraha. These people can only make a sarvopiman pratvinta shishyat. They can only make a disciple. That is why we say our acharyas, because they have controlled their senses. You know, one very small story. I don't know what is the time. Yeah, it is time is, oh, we have time. One small, it's like a story type I will tell. Why Bhagavatam? Because what do we have to conquest? That is very, very important. Then means we saw only through Bhagavatam. You know, there was a king going through a forest. The king saw, you know, when he reached one hermitage, as our Parikshit Maharaj reached once. So this king also reached the hermitage. He saw one sadhu was, you know, sitting there and trying to meditate. He asked the sadhu, "Oh sadhu, who are you? Why are you here?" He said, the sadhu said, I am the king. And the king was so shocked. What? You are the king? I am the king. Can't you, recognize me? I am the king. Sadhu said, no, 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 no. I am the king. How can you say you are the king? If you are the king, where is your kingdom? You know what the sadhu replied? Beautiful reply. He said, Igayasya Harirdushan Karmana Manasa Gira Niklashva Apya Avastasu Jivan Mukta Sa Uchyate. Jivan Mukta. He said, I am the Jivan Mukta. Because I am absorbed totally in the transcendental activities, I am living in the spiritual realm. This spiritual realm is beyond your vision. You can't see. Because I'm living in my transcendental activities. And it's how wonderful it is, He said, I'm living in the space. Generally people say, someone tells that we don't have a home for ourselves. We say, those who have their own home, they have only one home. Those who do not have their own home, every home is their home. Like that we say, no. For these sadhus, every space is their kingdom. So he said, Ikayasya Harer Dasya, one who is the Dasya to the Hari. For them, the spiritual realm is their kingdom. Okay, the king could, somewhat he could understand, he could not. But the next question he immediately asked, okay, whatever. See, a king should have always armies, correct? Where are your armies? Another amazing verse, the sadhu said, Titikshva karunika suhrida sarvadehinam ajada shatratvaha sadhavaha sadhu bhushanam. He said, Ajada Shatrava, I don't have any enemies, no enemy for me. Sugradam Sarvadehinam, I am friendly to everybody. So why do I need enemies? I have conquered the entire world. Nobody is my enemy. Such a wonderful answer. You see, they are compassionate. Titikshva, they are very, very tolerant. Karunika, compassionate. And Sugrada Sarvadehinam, they are too friendly to everybody. Uttama, Mattima, Kanishta, any adhikari, they are friendly. They can't see anybody different from the Lord because they see the Paramatma residing in their heart. So they say, I don't have any enemy because I have already conquered the entire world. So I don't need any army. I don't have to fight with anybody. That, maybe king's one eye opened probably. I don't know. Then he is asking, okay, if you are a king again, you should have wealth, correct? The treasury should be yours. Where is your treasure? Again, another beautiful verse from Bhagavatam. He said, Yam labdva chaparam labam manyate natikam tataha yasmin stito na dukkena guruna api vichalyate. Guruna api vichalyate. Having gained the state of, surrendering unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, one does not consider anything greater than that to achieve. Than its charanara vindam of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he tells the king, I crossed the wealth of spirituality, I have become fully satisfied within. So that is my wealth. And he also says one beautiful thing to the king. The richest is not the one who has everything, but he who needs the least. Very beautiful, correct? See, because we cannot satisfy our heart, till mange more. It keeps on asking. We have, like in one car, we long for one more, and we have a house, we long for a villa, etc., everything. So that is why I wanted to relate this story, because the mind is never satiated. The desires are never satisfied. It is like samsara dhava. We sing every day in the morning. Satiating the desire is like pouring more fuel to the fire. Who can subsist this fire? It is only the mercy of the Lord. That is what charanara vindam. Only that Lord's mercy, that what do you call that? Rain can, forest fire, isn't it? We cannot put it off. The Lord's mercy comes as a rain. That's what Lord said, given us all the centers, the acaryas, through whom we have to conquer this world by hearing this Bhagavata Katha from them. So, okay, that's fine. And where you said you are the king, correct? Okay, if you are the king, where is your army? Where is your kingdom? Where is your wealth? He said, oh, no, just I'm passing through this forest, that's all. Everything I have there in my kingdom. Oh, that sage immediately said, yeah, same thing. I have everything in my spiritual realm. I came to this world. I'm just passing through this world, he said. That's so nice. Then the king realized, yeah, the sage is telling the right thing. Every single achievement of my life, what I have, every single achievement, just an indication of what he was lacking within himself. Then he thought, how much pride I had. The kingdom was my pride because I had no sacred space to live in. That is why I wanted to have the kingdom. So it was my inner dissatisfaction, which led me to acquire more and more and more. I had the army because I found everybody my enemy. Now, nobody could not see anybody as his friend. So I needed the army. Every single achievement was the indicative of my, conquer, what you call that, vacuum from my mind. That is why I kept on striving very hard to get more and more and more. And of course, what do we say, the sadhus come to spread Krishna's message to us through this bhagavatam. Terma pro jita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. What does he say there? This one Purana, this one Bhagavatam, what is the need for all of these scriptures and Puranas, Itikas, etc.? This one is more than sufficient, he said, right? Evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhaktir yogataha bhagavad tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate. Because they all, our sages, have conquered this they have conquered us. So many. Srila Prabhupada went with 40 rupees to abroad. Which business will give 40 crore return for 40 rupees? We all can think about it, correct? When Srila Prabhupada went, he went with 40 rupees. And when he left this world, he left us more than 40 crore of wealth. That is what he has conquered, the entire living entities through this Bhagavatam. If he had not, Agar Prabhupada, we can think, if he not been there, who would have given us this Bhagavatam? Who would have translated this Bhagavatam? How we would be, sitting in this association, and association is so important. Look, see our Namanishta Prabhu, from morning to night, he has got so many paid links, Zoom links in many languages, and he wants all of us to utilize that link continuously 24/7. That is true, how much he is spending for that. So we all should help Namanishta Prabhu to take small, like a group, 2-3 people, and, preach. Even our Guru Maharaj, what does he say? He wants to see everybody as a preacher. There's a program conducted by Guru Maharaj every year, Guru Ajna program. Guru Ajna. So he gives a lecture in that. He pleads everybody. I request every one of you to become preacher, like that, So we all have to, in the mood of Srila Prabhupada, we have to preach. Okay, now the main question comes. What do we have to conquest? How means we saw? Means is only, there is no other way other than Bhagavatam, hearing from our acharyas. What do we have to conquest? Can any one of you tell me? What is there to conquest for us? What great devotees have conquested already? Hare Krishna. Okay. Krishna Prema.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes,
Mercy of
Mataji.
the Lord.
Mercy
of the Lord.
Okay. But mercy of the Lord comes when we do Vaishnava Seva. Satam Kripa and Vaishnava Seva. If you have Satam Kripa and Vaishnava Seva, only we can come to Krishna consciousness, because that's Shraddha. Shraddha's prerequisite is Satam. That's a verse in Bhagavatam once again that says, correct Mataji, very nice. But Lord's mercy, he will shower his mercy. It is like two sides of the same coin. Unless and until we love him, Etamam prabhatyante tamsa zaiva bhajamyakam. He says, how you endeavor, accordingly I will give. So how do we have to endeavor? This is a beautiful verse in Nectar of Instruction, right? Krishna Prema. What is it? Krishna Akarshini. What is it verse? One second. Kleshagni Shubhada Moksha Lagukrita Sudurlabha. Kleshagni Moksha Lagukrita and Shubhada. So these things are very, very rarely achievable. Tananandra Visheshatma Sri Krishna Akarshini. See, Krishna is attracted. What is the meaning of Sri Krishna? All attracted, is it not? But Krishna gets attracted by the devotion of his devotees. He gets like Radharani, Madana Mohana Mohini, Madana Mohana Mohini. She attracts even that Krishna who is attracted by everyone. So similarly here, Krishna is attracted by the love, prema of his devotees. See that Vilvamangalam Thakur, after, we all know his story, after he went to Vrindavan, he writes that Chorashtakam, beautiful Chorashtakam, right? Vreje prasidam namanita choram gopanganam nam chadukula choram anika janma jirata papam choram choragraganyam purusham namami. What he says? Oh Krishna, you are chore, number one thief. You steal everything. Butter, you steal, what is that? Charge, you steal milk, you steal everything. Other than that, what else he steals? He steals the sins from the hearts of the Brajavasis. So wonderful it is, right? So he says, see, you steal everything. So now look at me. I have tied you with the rope of love and I have imprisoned you within the cell of my heart. So you are imprisoned, Krishna. How nicely. Anybody steals, as we all know, they will go to jail. But Krishna steals what comes? Chorashtakam only comes. That is the beauty of, Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. And see, actually, there was a conference, no, who is the great, it said, no, that sky first said, I am the greatest. Then the cloud came to, no, I can even cover you, so I am the greatest. Then the wind comes and, no, cloud in front of me, you are none. I can, chase you like anything. Then mountain said, even if you chase, I can stop the cloud, so I am the greatest. So they all are fighting. Then finally the earth says, I am the greatest because I hold them. Mountain. Then one person says, no, God is great because God holds the earth. Krishna came. Yeah, correct. My devotee, what he is saying is correct. God is great because he holds the earth. But you all know something? Greater than me, somebody is there. Who is that? Who holds me? Who holds Krishna in their heart? Devotees, correct? Yeah, so Krishna says, devotees hold me. Sadhavo hridayam mahyam, sadhunam hridayam tvaham, sadhavo hridayam mahyam. I live in their heart, and it's sadhus live in my heart. Madanyatyatna jananti naham tebhyo managapi. I don't know anything other than my devotees. Similarly, my devotees also do not know anything other than me. He says, no, Chipram bhavati dharmatma. Chipram bhavati dharmatma sashvat shantim nigacchati. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranakshyati. Go announce loudly, because Arjuna, if you announce, I will definitely follow that. If I announce, no, all my promises, what I give, I do not follow them. So Krishna, you are my devotee, you announce. My devotee's word will never become, it will never fail. All the stories, Bhishma Pitama made Krishna take the astra, etc. Correct? But what is that? What is there to conquer? The whole ambition is to conquer what? Krishna Prema, which was conquered by the cowherd boys. We know the story of, that, what is it, Mallayuddham, what do you call boxing, wrestling. After the wrestling, Krishna carried them to Vrindavan back. How wonderful it is. Krishna carried Gopas and all the way from Mathura to their home. And Yashoda Maya, how nicely he conquered Krishna's love. Krishna, he gave the rope to her. Okay, Maya, now you tie me. He got bound by her love. He got conquered by her love. One more very important thing I heard in Swayam Bhagavan Keshava Swami Maharaj's lecture only. See, actually, this, who said gopis, when Krishna played the flute, gopis left everything and came, that time, Krishna was almost, he was, like he was not in his own consciousness. he told the gopis, you know, I say, Etamam prapatyante, how you endeavor, I will return. But I have failed in my own words. In front of your love, in front of how you have conquered me, I have nothing to give you. I am really, really very, very sorry. I have nothing to give you all back. Please pardon me. This is what Krishna is telling gopis. He got bound, he was conquered. So what do we have to conquer? We have to conquer that Krishna prema. We all know Bhagavatam is full and full of it is none other than Krishna himself, correct? First and second chapter is the lotus feet, and the third and fourth chapter is the thigh of Krishna. Fifth chapter is the navel of Krishna. Sixth chest, seventh and eighth, we know it is the bhujai, what do we call that? Arms. And ninth is the throat. 10th, you know, meaning we all say it is, I mean, it is said in Purana Sabha, it is said in many commentaries that it is the face. But you know, one Acharya has said, you know, it is the heart of Krishna. Bhagavatam is the heart of Krishna. Even in that heart also, what he says, in the 10th chapter is the heart. Okay. In that heart, there are 5 chapters. 21st chapter, which talk about the Venu Geetam, that is the Murali Bhavam. Then the 25th, Gopi Geetam. Our Pravina Mataji taught Gopi Geetam so well, you know, so amazing it is, Gopi Gita. And then the 35th chapter, which talk about the Jodi, that Yugala Jodi of Krishna and Radha. And after Krishna leaves the 39th chapter, they sing in the Viraha. They sing. And finally, the 47th chapter, Brahmarahit. So these 5 chapters, even in that heart, it is considered as the 5 important life airs of Krishna. We know 10 airs are in our body, everybody's 5 primary and 5 secondary. That 5 primary, prana, apana, udana, vedana, samana. So it is these 5 chapters in the 10th canto are the very, very important chapter. So Bhagavatam is the only means of conquest to conquer the ignorance, and Bhagavatam is, you know, it's in living. We all have now understood, you know, once we start reading Bhagavatam and hearing Bhagavatam, how much we get engrossed into it, correct? So the best, Namnisha Prabhu always says, no, ahimsa. Ahimsa is what? It's, you know, seeing other people suffering. Just now we saw 2 kinds of empathetic, sympathetic, and apathetic. So seeing people suffering, leaving them to their fate going is what is called himsa. Ahimsa is what? Yare deke tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Give them Krishna's prem. That is ahimsa. So in such a manner, if you see, I am a himsak, because I am not able to give Krishna prema to everybody whomever I meet them on the way. So we all have to give this Krishna prema. Krishna Bhagavatam is Amalam Puranam. We know that, correct? Shrunvatam Rasajnanam Swadu Pade Pade. Every verse, what is that beginning? I'm not getting. Vayam tu na vitriptam yaka uttama shloka vikramesh yachrunvatam rasajnanam swadu pade pade. The more we hear, the more we relish it. Rasam. That, you know, we all have to come to that stage. When we chant, we say, no, we have to feel that taste in our tongue. Similarly, when we hear Bhagavatam, we see Krishna through our ears. Bhagavatam is not only hearing, ears are used to it. It's like we say, no, transcendental body. We don't have, but the more we hear, Krishna will give Swayam eva spuratyadaha. Krishna, Atha Shri Krishna Namadi Nabhaved Grahyam Indriyahi. It is not conceivable to our Grahi Indriya. Krishna says, Seven Mukhehi Jilvado. Swayam eva spuratyadaha. Keep on glorifying me. I will give you those senses with which you will be able to relish me. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam. See, Vaishnavanam Priyam. Amalam Puranam. So with this, once again, thank you so much, dear devotees. I'm very, very grateful to all of you to listen to me so patiently. And if I have committed any mistake, kindly forgive me, and please share your realizations so that I will also get an opportunity to, you know, correct myself. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anybody having any doubt, Matajis and Prabhujis?
No, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Very wonderful class, Mataji. Your face how much enthusiastic you are. Please bless
Prabhuji,
us.
all glories to Srila Prabhupada. No, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Hare
Bless.
Krishna. Matajis and Prabhujis, if you have any doubt, kindly. Giridhar Prabhu, should I
Hare
stop
Krishna.
live or shall I stop live, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Giridhar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Uh,
Mata.
can
Thank
I
you, Mata.
can you repeat the 5 important chapters of 10th canto?
Yeah,
What are
yes,
the numbers?
Prabhuji. Yeah. It
What?
is actually that all the Gitas, Geetam we say, no, Prabhuji, Venu Geet, Murli Geet. First is 21st chapter, which is Venu Geet.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Then
Mataji.
25th chapter, which is Gopi Geet.
Okay.
Then 35. 35 is Yugala Geet. It talks about the, Jodi, that Krishna and Radha. They sit on the swing and the gopis swing them, all those things. Then comes the Viraga Geet. That is 39th chapter is the Viraga Geet.
Viraha.
And finally 47th chapter, Brahmara Geet. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Bol,
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. I will stop the live. Give me 1 minute. I will just stop the live then. Hare Krishna.